Metropolitan Area Network, MAN. Think of the Metropolitan Area Network, or MAN, as the digital equivalent of a citywide transit system. Up to this point, we have discussed the LAN, which is locked inside a single building, and the WAN, which stretches across the entire globe. But what happens when a network needs to be bigger than a single office, but doesn't need to cross the country? What if you just need to connect the main library in NYC to a branch office in neighboring Johnstown? Or link together several different buildings across the large BCC campus? This exact middle ground is the domain of the Metropolitan Area Network. For your CompTIA A+ exam, you must understand the specific geographic boundaries of a MAN, the high-speed technologies that power it, and how it simplifies administration for an IT professional. The geographic boundary, the city limits. The defining characteristic of a MAN is its specific geographic scope. It is designed to cover an area larger than a single LAN, but smaller than a global WAN. Typically, a MAN covers a single city, a large university campus, or a metropolitan region spanning anywhere from 5 to 50 miles. If you think about driving your daily route, a MAN covers the exact same territory. It is the network that allows local hospitals, government buildings, and corporate branch offices within the same county to share a high-speed, dedicated data backbone without having to send their sensitive data out onto the public internet. The architecture, Metro Ethernet and dark fiber. When you are configuring a WAN, you have to deal with complex routing protocols and entirely different data formats to cross the country. A MAN, however, is often designed to make the administrator's life much easier through a technology called Metro Ethernet. With Metro Ethernet, the local internet service provider runs a direct fiber optic cable from your main headquarters across town to your branch office. To your networking equipment, this massive, miles-long connection doesn't look like a complex internet route. It just looks like a standard Ethernet cable plugged into a very long switch. This allows the two buildings to communicate exactly as if they were in the same room. Another common term you will encounter in the field is dark fiber. Sometimes, when a city or a telecommunications company digs up the streets to lay fiber optic cables, they lay down hundreds of extra glass strands that they don't immediately need. This unused glass is called dark because there is no light passing through it yet. A large business or a local government can lease those specific dark strands to build their own private, highly secure MAN across the city. Redundancy, the fiber ring. Because a MAN often carries the critical data for an entire city's infrastructure, reliability is paramount. If you only have one single cable connecting the east side of town to the west side, a construction crew with a backhoe could accidentally cut the line and take the entire network offline. To prevent this, MAN architectures are frequently built using a ring topology. The provider lays a massive circle of fiber optic glass that loops completely around the city limits. Each building connects to this ring if the cable is physically cut on the north side of town. The network hardware detects the break in milliseconds and instantly reverses the flow of light, sending the data around the southern half of the ring instead. The users inside the buildings never even notice a disruption. The cybersecurity perspective, securing the metro. From a cybersecurity and ethical hacking standpoint, a MAN requires a unique defensive strategy. Because the data is not traveling across the open internet, many organizations mistakenly believe their MAN traffic is perfectly safe from interception. However, if an attacker manages to compromise the provider's equipment or tap into the physical fiber junction box under a city street, they can monitor the traffic flowing between the corporate headquarters and its branches. To defend against this, security professionals must still deploy IPsec encryption or hardware-based MACsec encryption, ensuring that even if the physical city network is tapped, the data remains completely unreadable to the attacker. Contrast and comparison for the A+ exam. To lock this concept into your mental map, Remember these three stark contrasts. MAN versus LAN. A LAN connects computers within a single physical building using copper cables. A MAN connects multiple entire buildings together across a city using long-distance fiber optics. MAN versus WAN. A WAN is global and generally suffers from higher latency due to the massive distances involved. A MAN is regional and offers incredibly low latency and gigabit speeds because the data only has to travel a few miles across town. Ownership, just like a WAN. You typically do not own the cables in a MAN, you are leasing the infrastructure from a municipal provider or a specialized local ISP. By mastering the metropolitan area network, you understand the critical high-speed bridges that keep the infrastructure of a modern city running flawlessly behind the scenes.